There's a guy called Dave Rubin. He was on the Young Turks for a while, and then he left the Young Turks. It was never really clear why he left. I guess he left because he wanted to strike out on his own, but they've never really made clear the reasons. But he has a new channel on YouTube, which is like the Dave Rubin Report with Dave Rubin, because that's his name, Dave Rubin. And he seems obsessed with this idea of regressive left. Now, for a while, I was wondering what regressive left was, because every time I go online and talk to some people, they're like, "You're a fucking regressive leftist." And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know why I'm a regressive leftist. What did I do? And they're just like, "You're a social justice warrior." And then again, I'm like, I don't know what that is. Why do you keep calling me things? And I think it's because if you align to certain ideals and there's certain things that you think are the right way of thinking, that's a problem. That's seen as social justice warrior, because I mean, being for social justice has always been a good thing. It's always been a positive idea. I'm for social justice, I'm for progression, I'm for things going forward. But if you're a social justice warrior, that's a negative thing, that's a bad thing, because I think that's more the difference between fighting for social justice in the real world and doing it on a keyboard, you know? So when I go on the keyboard and I'm talking to people on Twitter and that kind of shit, and they're like, "You're a fucking regressive motherfucker," I'm like, what does that mean? So in fleshing that out, as far as I can tell, being a regressive means being somebody who is a PC liberal. I can't see a difference between being a regressive and being a PC liberal. That's basically what it is. You're just a PC liberal. And those have been around forever. Those have been around since the early 90s, when Dinesh D'Souza, he's a Christian apologist, which is the weird thing about it. He was the person who popularized PC. And he did it by writing, you'll have to look it up, obviously, writing a thing, some words, and then putting it out to the university population at large, and them consuming it, and PC became this important deal. And a PC liberal is basically somebody who has a problem with, I guess, saying things for how they really are. So, if you see a black dude, you're not willing to say "Damn, the guy's black as shit. He's so fucking black. Damn." I don't fucking know. I've never had it in my mind to say just random offensive stuff about other people for no reason, so it's really hard for me to relate to or understand people who have a problem with PC, because I've never been when I say trans person, if I say the wrong pronoun and I don't call them a guy when they want to be a girl, or I don't call them a girl when they want to be a guy, if they're like, "Damn, motherfucker, you called me by the wrong name," I'd be like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry." And then I'd change my behavior to accommodate them, because I feel that's just being polite, that's being a good person. But for some reason, these motherfucking anti-PC people are so just torn up about the idea that you have to be polite to someone. I don't understand it. I seriously don't understand it at all. And that's all that PC is. That was the shit that Dinesh, I can't even say his name, Dinesh D'Souza was using against liberals back in the 90s. You know, you shouldn't be polite. You shouldn't be nice to people. You should just be a fucking cunt, you know? The most important thing about freedom is being an asshole. So, those liberals, they're PC motherfuckers, because they care. They care about, these women that want rights, and they care about, these minorities that want rights. These fucking cunts. Nobody cares about that. That's dickish, you know? And I feel that's the problem. When I look at this, free speech crowd, obviously free speech is good. I mean, don't give me a straw man right now. Obviously free speech is good, but when I look at this free speech crowd, all these people who are obsessed with this shit, Why do they want free speech? To be a dick. That's it. To be a dick. That's fucked up. Man, I feel like I would use free speech for any other range of reasons. Like, probably to criticize someone in a legitimate way. You know, not to just be a dick and just use the wrong pronoun for, like, a trans woman. I feel like you can do it. I don't have a problem with you doing it. You can just say that. There's no problem. You know? It just means you're a dick. And you have a problem with being a dick. You're like, if people call me a dick, that's terrible. Anyways, I have to get back to the main point, which is regressive. A regressive is just a PC liberal. That's all it is. It's a PC liberal. That's all it's ever been. That's all it is. It's still going on. They're trying to, like, make this into a thing, but a regressive is not a thing. It doesn't exist. Because back in the day, Freud was like, a regressive, or regressive thoughts are kind of like looking back into the past and things that come back to you. That's got nothing to do with being a regressive, because they're not looking into the past. Because even, like, people who have said, we don't want you to be a dick about things, you know, they're not really representative of anything in history. It's really like a modern phenomenon. I guess I could be wrong. Like, they're not Luddites because they're not stopping any progression. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they are. What the fuck's a regressive? I'm still trying to figure it out. Every single day. Dave Rubin talks about this. Dave Rubin is obsessed with this, and I don't know what it is. And can somebody just write a Wikipedia page saying what it is? Do you even care? You know, fucking hell. And finally, there's this dude. His name is Sargon of Akkad, and he has this whole new series about neo-progressives. What's a neo-progressive? Well, I saw him talking to some other dude in, like, a YouTube chat, and the guy was like, man, they're just called, like, regressives. We don't have to call them neo-progressives. And Sargon said, well, I feel like neo-progressive is a bit too insulting. Like, it's a bit too mean, so we should probably just call them, regressive's too mean, so we should call them neo-progressives. And, like, yeah, wink wink, like, that's a good plan, you know. And that's all it is. Neo-progressive is the same as regressive. It's the same fucking terminology, but he's trying to make it all, like, pseudo-intellectual. He's trying to turn it into an actual word. But neo-progressive is not an actual label. If you go on the internet and look up neo-progressive, you'll only find neo-progressive rock and music. You won't find anything political. Because Sargon is just trying to be like Dave Rubin. He's just trying to say anybody who doesn't really agree with me on, like, Islam or whatever is a fucking regressive. It's a PC liberal. That's all it is. Just call it what it is. You know? We can be PC, but we're not, like, the people causing all the beheadings. We're not the people invading the countries. We're not the people bombing. We're not the people killing. You know? We're the people just saying, hey, just, like, be less of a dick. And is being less of a dick really as bad as bombing shit and killing people? I think it's not. You know, maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe just thinking people are being dicks is the worst. I don't think it is. Regressive is not a thing. It doesn't exist. It's bullshit. You know, there'd be a Wikipedia page about it by now. You can fucking make one, but it'll be a pathetic piece of shit. It'd be funny to see. Just make it. And then neo-progressive is not a thing. It's just regressive. Which is the same thing. Give up. You fucking cunts. I guess you're just making views. That's the shit that Dinesh... That's the shit Dinesh... I can't even say his name. That's the shit Dinesh...